So it might be pushing people away from my channel, but it's because I want the right people to come to my channel, guys. I want a group of level-headed people, people that understand that markets just don't go up to the moon. It's all about preservation of capital. It's all about having a plan. So people that got affected by this crypto dump, people that sold and capitulated from this crypto dump, those are the type of people, guys, that go and watch the other channels that are going to promise them the moon. They're going to tell them to hold, super cycle, diamond hands, all that. We're not about that, guys. It's all about risk management, preserving your capital, and living to fight for another day. So if anybody was just holding, and you didn't see this video a couple of weeks ago, why do you think I've done this video, guys? Do you think I did it for YouTube views? Do you think you're going to get more YouTube views by saying there's going to be an end of year crypto sell-off? Do you think I'm going to get more subscribers by saying there's going to be an end of year crypto sell-off? Why do you think I did it, guys? Because the charts were telling me, the technical analysis was telling me, we needed an end of year sell-off, we needed a cool off, and there was thesis behind it, both fundamentally and technically. On a serious note, guys, I am not trying to offend anyone. I just want a community of like-minded people that are going to actually start putting things in the comments that are going to help each other so we can learn together. And for you to let me know what it is that you want to know next, because ultimately I want to teach you everything I know, but I don't know what stage in your journey that you're at. So let me know what stage in the journey that you're at, and then I can help understand and tailor my videos for you guys going forward, because that's what I'm here for. Keep asking the questions and keep asking the questions. So I might have peed a few people off. If the Moon Boys have buggered off, then I'm happy, guys, because that means that we're left with the good people, the one that actually want to understand and learn price charts. So we're going to go through fundamentals today, guys. We're going to go through psychology, and then we're going to go through technicals. I'm going to start with Bitcoin. This was the reason why we were expecting the end of year sell-off. From a fundamental perspective, guys, think what's been happening. There've been ETFs being bought up, ETFs being bought up, and they have been rampant for the past couple of years. Did people need to realize any profits at the end of the year, or was that going to be carried over into next year? I didn't know, guys. So I was looking for other clues in the market, and the other clues that I was looking for in the market was price. So how was the price performing? Where was there any sticking points? And we know that this 100,000, guys, this 100,000 level here, that was one of the biggest sticking points, because that's where everybody expected the top of the bull run to be. We didn't expect it to run this early. We didn't expect it to get 100,000 straight away. So we got 100,000. That was a big psychological level. 100,000, guys, that's a psychological level that Bitcoin struggled to overcome. That's why you've got this big flagpole here confirming that the bulls have got the momentum, the bulls have got the velocity, and then you created something else here. So this was a clue, guys. What is this? This is an ascending channel. Now, what's the psychology behind an ascending channel? If you think of these big candles here, the bulls have got full control during these big candles, during the pole. The bulls have got full control. You hit your psychological 100,000 level, and then you start creating an ascending channel. So that is signaling that there is exhaustion on the price chart. So the next thing that we do is look for the next clue. So the next clue that we can do is look for our RSI. Is the RSI giving us any clues here? So let's just pull this up. This is a strong indication, guys, because when the RSI is telling a story that doesn't coincide with the price chart, that's showing one thing: price needs to catch up. This is buying and selling pressure. So this is showing that as far as momentum's concerned between buying and selling, on the price, we're putting in higher highs. What's happening here? Putting in lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So as we're creating an ascending channel on Bitcoin here, we're creating a descending channel on the RSI. So that's just a couple of simple methods, guys, to help you understand and identify something's not right on the charts, something needs to change. If something changed and it doesn't go the way that I want it to go, can I live to fight another day? Have I preserved my capital? It's all about risk management techniques, guys. You don't need to be all in the market when it's over pumped. You don't need to be all in the market at any given time, guys, because if you're all in the market at any given time, guess what? You can't have opportunities on any kind of pullbacks. You can't bank profits along the way, guys. Unfortunately, you'll hold your bags and you hold them and you hold them and hold them until they go to zero. So looking at this Bitcoin chart now, we've helped identify that it did need a big move coming. It's had a bit of a move. Does it mean the move's finished? We need to understand and help to identify what other metrics we can look at to coincide with the Bitcoin chart to give us any additional clues. The next thing that we do is look at the Bitcoin dominance. Now, a couple of things were going to happen here, guys. We had this big push to the downside, and I'd said this was good for altcoins. We had a surge in altcoins where they started outperforming Bitcoin, and they really started outperforming Bitcoin. However, what do we need in crypto, guys? We either need a double top or we need a lower high. So I'd said that we needed a pullback, and look at this chart. This is going back a couple of weeks now, this chart. And I'd said we needed to pull back, and look where it ended up as well, guys. Said we needed to pull back, a pullback here. We needed to pull back to this previous support, which had flipped resistance. We needed to put a lower high in. Once we got a lower high confirmed, then you'd really get the seconds to the second leg of the first start of alt season. So you can see, what can we tell from this chart, guys? Let's paint a picture from this chart. So dominance has come up. Dominance has hit 61, 62%. We've come up, we've pulled back, double top, got a rejection candle, then this volatile spike to the downside. Now this rejection candle here at this double top told a story. That rejection candle showed that the bears, in this instance, is Bitcoin dominance. We want the bears to be in control. If the bears are in control, that means that alts are outperforming Bitcoin. If alts are outperforming Bitcoin, that means that we're in an alt season. So here we go. We've got a rejection here at this candle. Now, it's this wick that tells the story, guys. It's the wick that tells the story. It's because the bears at some point, or the bulls at some point, have pushed price all the way back up to the 60% level. And that was met with rejection, rejection, rejection. So Bitcoin's not as strong as what people think at the moment. And it's signaling that if we get a lower low, lower close candle, a candle which completely engulfs the extreme low of the previous candle, then I'm expecting that we'll get another move to the downside. Once we get another move to the downside, that's going to mean a couple of things for Bitcoin, guys, because what could happen, this is where it can get you, what could happen is a slow grind down for Bitcoin and a slow grind down for Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's not doing much, but the dominance is starting to do this, starting to pull back. So as Bitcoin's going sideways and slowly grinding down and slowly grinding down, but then the dominance is dropping, that means that the altcoins are going to start outperforming Bitcoin. And we can get an indication of that by the total 3, guys. So this is where I say the real alt season really begins. And people have been saying we've got 88 days for alt season. We're in alt season now. I said, guys, I want a break of the total 3 before it's going to confirm any kind of alt season for me. Once I start scaling out my position in my main portfolio, guys, it's once I get a break of the total 3. 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. And it's only going to be over a couple of months, guys, because I want by March, April, May next year, I want to have bagged a lot of profits by then. So that's what I'm expecting for. I'm looking for a breakout of the total 3. Once I get a breakout of the total 3, that's going to indicate to me that I'm going to start scaling out of my positions on altcoins and then go into other assets. Anyone that's been a part of this channel for a while know exactly what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on riding another bull market at the end of this bull market. So when we're having a bear market, or when crypto's having a bear market, I want to be enjoying a bull market in a different market. So total 3, that's going to be the big indication for me. Big indication for me. Now, I did promise you altcoins, so let's go over some altcoins. Altcoins that have been battered. Got Jasmy Coin here. So let's have a look at Jasmy Coin. Jasmy Coin's had a pullback. It has dropped, actually, from its high here. Let's have a look. To the low, it's actually dropped 53%, guys. So it's all about opportunities at the moment. When we've got red days in the market feel horrible. People think that everything's going to zero, but you just got to look at the time in the market. What area and what period are we during the market cycle? And then you can get a bit of confidence as to whether you think that it is going to be a recessionary crash, a capitulation crash, black swan event, call it whatever you will, or whether it's going to be a quick recovery and a buyback. So how can you play this Jasmy Coin? Back to it. How can you play this Jasmy Coin trade? First things first, guys, if we're using the bullseye strategy, what are we looking for? First things first, we're looking for a 61.8. We're looking for a reaction from the 61.8. Here's the 61.8. We've got a nice reaction. That's sat at 0.0322. 39. Second thing that we need is an oversold stochastic RSI. We've got an oversold stochastic RSI. You can see that's indicated by the under 20 period here. Next thing that we need to do, add in the trend line. So we're adding in a trend line. What's the last thing that we need to do? You've got to wait for a break, wait for a close. Once you've got a break and a close, you can add in. This is just a strategy that you can all follow along, not financial advice. You can add in your risk to reward, subject to you getting a minimum 2-to-1 risk to reward. So what does this do and how does it protect you? Think of this from a psychological perspective, guys. So this is a bull flag, right? This is a bull flag. There's your flagpole, creating a bit of a bull flag here. So if you wait for the break, what is that signaling? That's signaling that the bulls have got momentum, and it's signaling you can protect yourself below the previous low. What happens if you don't do that? This could happen. We're in a downtrend, we're putting in lower highs, we're putting in lower highs. Why can't this happen? Why can't this happen? If you have the break, that's giving you the indication that the bulls have got momentum, you're protecting yourself below the previous low, and then you're risking the least amount of capital possible. It's all about having a strategy, guys, having a plan. So AVAX is the next one. Let's just measure this one. Has it hit the 618? Seen the bounce it's had off the 618 here, guys. This is a big volatile bounce it had here. Strong reaction, 618, bam. Lots of buy orders here, lots of buy orders here. It's pushed it right above the 0.5. So this one's looking quite good to me. It's not to say it's not going to pull back and retest this 618, but it's looking good. I mean, you've got an oversold stochastic RSI. So how can you get into this one here, guys? Right, this is the elephant in the room, is this previous resistance level, which sat at $30. So potentially if it pulled back to $30, how can you prepare for that if you want to try and get an entry now and it doesn't manage to pull back to $30? Would you feel like you've missed an opportunity? What you can do is you can scale your positions. So we're currently at this point here testing the 38.2, which is sat at 42.66. If you were looking to get a position, I'd be looking for a pullback to this 0.5 here. And if I had $100, I'd want to scale my position in over 4 times. So this 0.5, that's 39, just under $40. Then if things went pear-shaped and you've come back down to test the 618 again, no, the 618, $34, $35. Then it goes wrong again and you come back down to test this macro support, $31, $30. This macro support is going to act as such a big, strong support. So by scaling a position in small amounts, small amounts, small amounts, if we manage to pull back all the way back down to this previous resistance that you would expect an RS flip, strong RS flip as well, you can wait, you can scale your position in, get an average. Once you've got a break, you only need to be at the halfway point. If you don't go all the way back down to test the previous resistance and do an RS flip, what does that mean, guys? If you had 4 positions that you were laddering in and you only managed to get 2 of those positions, happy days, guys. You've got capital on the table. You don't need to put the other 2 in. Right, Cadena. Cadena's exactly the same, guys. So we're looking for a break on this. This probably will work like a 618. Let's have a quick look. So you've got a reaction from the 618, tick. Reaction from the 618. You've got an oversold stochastic, tick. Waiting for the break now, guys. So is it going to pull back and do something like this? Or is it going to break through now? What would be better, do you think, guys? Do you think it would be better to come down and pull back? So what I want to show you is this. Look where the 786 is sitting. 786 is sitting at this resistance point, which acted as resistance on the daily once, twice, 3, 4, before it broke through on the 5th time. That is going to act as support, guys. So if price pulls back here at 0.77, that's the ideal area for me to start scaling my position in. Then you can look for the break, protect yourself below the previous low. And if you're trading, you can take profits at the high. If it's an investment entry, you can look for continuations. GRT next. See how these patterns all look the same, guys? Fib on there. Has it hit the 618? It's come back down. It's hit the 618. Look where it's reacted from, guys. So let me just zoom in on this. So this is your 61.8% retracement. Why do we always get sticking points at the 61.8? It's because all the eyes are on the chart watching the 61.8% retracement. Fibonacci, the magic 618, doesn't just work on charts, guys. It works in nature. Go and understand and learn the 618 and the Fibonacci method. It will blow your mind, I promise you. Right, so look where prices ended up. This wick here signaled that the bears couldn't push price all the way back down to here. The bulls pushed price back to the 618. Then you've got this wick here, this green candle here. At some point, this green candle was very red, all the way down here. It was a red candle all the way down here. Look where the bulls managed to push it back. 618. Magic 618. So we've had a reaction from the 618. That one looks good. It's that GRT. Had a reaction at the 618. Strong support is sat at 19 cents. So if you don't put all your eggs in one basket, 19 cents potentially could be a second limit order buy. Next thing. Look at this, guys. It's textbook. I must have done this in a previous video recently. So you've got resistance here, resistance here. You've done an RS flip. You would expect price to come back down and hold this level as support. That level is held as support exactly. That level is sat on the 618 at $3.09. So looking good. What have we got? We've had a big green candle that's pushed us up to the 0.5. We're currently getting rejected at the 0.5 Fibonacci level. That's sat at 3.39. So potentially you could get a pullback back to 310, but anywhere in this area seems good for me. Not all of my eggs in one basket. Next thing, guys, this is high risk. Now, this is high risk. This is something that I've been talking about since 1 cent, guys. 1 cent, 2 cents, XRP Healthcare. It done a 34-35x, and now it's pulled back, and it's about a 17x. So I'm bringing this one to your attention, guys. The reason why I'm bringing this one to your attention is because from a scaling perspective, if I had $100, $20 here, $20 here, $20 here, $20 here, $20 here, I'd be happy to do that, guys. It's a low market cap. I think it's only about a 20 million market cap. So I've done quite well out of that one. It's about scaling in, guys. This is your strong support sat all the way here at 0.88. High risk, really high risk. Don't put in what you can't afford to lose. Not financial advice, of course. Okay, this one, RS flip as well, guys. You can see resistance, 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 resistance. We've had this big volatile move to the downside from its high all the way to its low, drop of 50%. So anywhere between 0.00017369 to the top end and 0.00016,005 at the bottom end looks good for me on Floki. So I don't know how many people are watching this at the end of the video, but the people that are watching this at the end of the video, this is a plea from me to you, because you are the ones that I want in this community. You're the guys that I want in this community, because if you watch this to the end, you obviously want to understand risk management, preservation of capital, understanding how to read a price chart. If you are that person, subscribe to the channel. You're welcome on this journey. And this video is probably going to be one of the next videos that you should watch, my crypto endgame, the final strategy revealed. So I'll leave that at the end of this video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care of yourself, and goodbye from me.